the masters of the martial arts. Masters, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome D.C. Curry.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a tremendous honor for me to be part of this unbelievable gathering of the greatest martial arts masters of the 20th century. But I have to be honest with you, when I first got the call to do this show, I hesitated for a minute. Do I really want to be up here trying to make a group of people laugh when virtually every person in the audience can kick my butt? Tonight, we're going to meet the true life heroes of the martial arts. Some of them are Hollywood superstars that you'll recognize. They're Hollywood names. Others you may hear about for the first time tonight, but they've influenced millions of students worldwide and are legends themselves within the martial arts community. Let's begin by turning to the place where many of the Asian martial arts can trace their beginnings. The Shaolin Temple, located in the Songshan Mountains in China, is legendary for the monks who have honed the techniques of Kung Fu within its compound. Here now, a 34th generation Shaolin Temple monk, Sifu Shi Yanming, and some of his students.
The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be
up from the 36 chambers.
You know, Sifu Yanming defected from China while touring with the Shaolin Temple monks in 1992. His story sounds like a plot from a martial arts movie. Hey, you never know. It may wind up as one. Hollywood and viewers around the world are fascinated with anything martial arts related. A lot of the credit for that goes to our first honoree this evening. He's now a major film and television star, but Chuck Norris was first a superstar in the martial arts arena. The winner of virtually every major karate title in the 60s, he's also personally guided more than 1,000 students to black belts themselves. One of those students, movie star Steve McQueen, convinced him to try his hand at acting. The rest is history.
Carlos Ray Norris got his start in the world of martial arts while stationed in Korea as a member of the Air Force. Upon his return to the U.S., he opened a chain of karate schools and began competing nationally, holding a 7-year reign as world middleweight karate champion. In the early 1970s, Chuck helped expand the scope of martial arts through the authorship of 2 karate manuals and the creation of the National Karate League. But it was through his work in film that he helped bring attention to the world of martial arts.
You're next.
Chuck has since starred in over 20 movies. Most notable of his appearances was his showdown at the Roman Coliseum against Bruce Lee in the classic Return of the Dragon. Chuck Norris, 3-time Black Belt Hall of Famer.
Master Norris regretfully couldn't join us this evening because of his very tight film production schedule, but he did ask us to express his thanks for the honor of being included among the greatest masters of the martial arts. And Chuck, we thank you for your inspiring example. You've set it throughout the years for all of us. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Coming up, David Carradine, plus a sneak peek at the hit new film Rush Hour, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, when Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes, returns on TNT. The star of Kung Fu, actor, director, author, and martial artist, David Carradine.
Thank you. You know, when I was first hired to star in Kung Fu, I never imagined the impact that one show could have. Martial arts wasn't the focus for me then. It was the character and philosophy that intrigued me. And back then, Kung Fu itself was a secret art. Even the word was virtually unknown outside of China. But when we introduced a little grasshopper to the world, word started to spread. Now there's a Kung Fu studio on practically every street corner. Before long, Kung Fu became more than just another job for me. It became a major part of my life. Kung Fu made it all possible for me. So, all you little grasshoppers, observe now the true master of this ancient art.
For many centuries, the Chinese have practiced the diverse and fast styles of Kung Fu. In northern China, Kung Fu artists display strength and grace with leaping kicks, while those in southern China depend on rapid linear hand movements. Both schools have been influenced by the boxing methods of the Shaolin monks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of Kung Fu. He's an 8th degree black belt, the winner of over 200 grand championships, and the founder of the Wan Hop Kendo discipline, Master Al DeCascos. This top international film star has proven that great action roles are not for men only. Inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame as the first female competitor of the year, holder of 5 different black belts, and undefeated forms champion 5 years in a row, Master Cynthia Rothrock. One of Hollywood's top martial arts consultants and trainers, this teacher and author is the founder of the White Lotus system and has taught more than 10,000 students, Master Douglas Lim Wong. An orphan trained by 15 of China's most renowned grandmasters, he's ascended to the top ranks in the world and won acclaim for his martial arts films. Grandmaster Pan Ching Fu. Join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts. Now, a demonstration of Kung Fu featuring Grandmaster Pan Ching Fu with Diane Naughton.
Well, I got a kick out of that. The explosive popularity in the martial arts these days has been paralleled by its increased appearance in films and television, thanks in large part to the influence of the men and women gathered right here this evening. Audiences all over the world really get their kicks from what we do. And it all began with one screen test.
From the second Bruce Lee leapt onto the silver screen, people knew they were seeing something special. His combination of lightning speed, good looks, and a sly sense of humor helped propel him and the world of martial arts into the mainstream. Bruce's worldwide success paved the way for other martial artists to make their mark on Hollywood. Superstars such as Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, Cynthia Rothrock, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Asian stars like Jackie Chan, Michelle Yeoh, and Street Fighter Sonny Chiba continue the long and diversified list of hard-hitting martial arts celebrities. The martial arts have also had a strong presence on the small screen. The 1970s brought us popular TV shows like the legendary Kung Fu series. David Carradine's portrayal of Kane helped define the genre and influenced Madison Avenue.
You high karate after shave is so powerful, it drives women right out of their mind. High karate. Be careful how you use it.
Today, the power of the martial arts can be seen everywhere, from video games to major motion pictures.
It has begun!
Top-grossing films such as Mortal Kombat and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have successfully combined fantasy with thrilling action to attract a younger generation to the excitement, energy, and discipline that are the martial arts. Stay tuned to the Masters of the Martial Arts presented by Wesley Snipes on TNT. Masters, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome TV favorite Kadeem Hardison.
Thank you. You know, when most people think of the martial arts, Asian places come to mind. Japan, Korea, South Pacific. So it may surprise you to learn that the earliest records of martial arts are, in fact, from Africa. Yes, Africa. Hieroglyphics in Egypt reveal a history rich in early systems of combat. The discipline stresses the delicate balance between man, nature, and the universe. From its ancient beginnings through the practice today, the contribution of the African martial arts has been profound indeed.
Shrouded in mystery for centuries, the disciplines of Africa present to the world some of the earliest forms of martial arts. They encompass not just fighting and self-defense, but art, music, and dance. Kalindi E is one of the foremost masters involved in the Talmerian system of African martial arts. This discipline utilizes the movements of 7 sacred animals, and through this imitation, the artist seeks to awaken the attributes of the animals within himself.
Founder of the Talmerian Institute and the foremost expert in the African fighting sciences, Master Kalindi Yehi. The star of dozens of action films, the winner of 10 world kickboxing titles, and a martial arts legend himself, Don the Dragon Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'm really proud to be here tonight to be part of this momentous occasion. Right here in this room are many of the men and women responsible for the martial arts being what they are today. Back in the early days, before there were nice facilities and safety equipment, these guys used to get together in basements, wherever they could, and beat the hell out of each other as part of their training. You know, many of these masters haven't seen each other since those days, and there might be some old scores that still need to be settled tonight after the show. Of course, that's not what martial arts is all about. The martial arts are about respect, self-defense, and confidence, ideals that are central themes of karate, as best exemplified by the masters of that age-old discipline.
With its origins dating back to 14th century Okinawa, karate is the art of the empty hand. When occupiers of the Ryukyu Island forbade residents from owning weapons, they learned to defend themselves against troops using their bare hands or armed with farm tools. The Okinawans practiced their art in secret or faced execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of karate. Representing Shotokan Karate. A 9th degree black belt and a member of the Black Belt and World Karate Halls of Fame, Master George Cofield. Ninth degree black belt and general instructor for the International Karate Association and the FBI and the CIA, Master Tak Soke Kubota. A driving force in causing karate to be recognized in international athletic competitions worldwide. The first African-American inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame, Master Thomas LaPuppet. This Hawaiian Grand Champion is also the 4th cousin of the founder of Shotokan Karate, a veteran of over 45 years in the martial arts, Master Kenneth Funakoshi.
Accepted by his son, Kevin Funakoshi.
Representing Ken Po, recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, founder of the Black Karate Federation, and world-renowned as having the fastest hands in the world as acknowledged by Bruce Lee himself, Master Steve Muhammad. One of the busiest martial artists in Hollywood and a pioneer in Kenpo in the mainland United States, Hawaiian-born Bill Ryusaki. Representing Shorin Ryu, celebrating his 43rd year in the martial arts, renowned weapons expert Tadashi Yamashita. A 5th degree black belt and martial arts teacher for over 2 decades, Master Joyce Santamaria. Representing Karate Do, a native of Japan enjoying his 33rd year as one of the most respected instructors in the United States, Master Fumio Demura. Representing the KA system of karate, its founder and developer, Kareem Abdullah. Join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts. Now, a demonstration of Kenpo, featuring Master Bill Ryusaki, with 3 of his students. Demonstrating Shorin Ryu, Master Tadashi Yamashita.
stick around.
Smooth, fancy footwork, smooth, fancy handwork. You've seen it so far. The martial artists have exhibited extreme talent. My mama never had any of that. She never knew any martial art, but you sure felt like it when she backhanded you. My mama had a backhand. That's all she had. No Ritalin, no Percodan, no Prozac. She just slapped you and you learned how to sit up and act right in class. My mama had a backhand. Backhand that would cure most diseases and cure most birth defects. My baby sister was cross-eyed. Mama never took her to an optometrist. Mama couldn't spell optometrist. Mama looked at my sister one day and said, "You got one more time to wiggle that eye at me?" Backhanded my sister. She's 37 years old now. I can see straighter than anybody in here. Let's get on with the show. Check out this unlikely duo. It's Rush Hour, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Drop will be made tonight, 11 p.m.
The amount will be $50 million.
$50 million? And who do you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
Detective James Carter loved his job just a little too much, but the job got a little too dangerous.
You have 29 minutes left.
I got everything under control. Papa!
I want to speak with my daughter.
I was about to get his daughter back and you screwed it up.
I would like one of my people to help.
Now it's time to bring in the master.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't want no partner, I don't need no partner, and I ain't gonna never have no partner.
You put your own bag in the back. I'm not a sky cat.
Which boy?
Oh, hell no.
Don't you ever touch a black man's radio, boy.
Yeah.
They're two cops with nothing in common.
Do it again. Like this?
Except the case.
Hello, you have one more chance.
They can't walk away from.
Which one of y'all kicked me?
From New Line Cinema, the fastest hands in the East.
Wow!
Meet the biggest mouth in the West, Jackie Chan.
I can't hold it anymore!
Just hang on, man. I'll be right back.
Chris Tucker.
FBI. Take a picture. It's okay. Wait a minute.
Rush Hour.
We can hang in my crib. I will show you my hood.
What the hell did you just say?
That joint's hitting the screens every September the 18th. It's Jackie Chan's first starring role in an American-made film in 12 years. Famous for doing all his own stunts, Jackie is passionate when it comes to creating his intricate fights. He insists on having no budgetary limit and no time limit when directing his martial arts scenes. That means if you got the money, honey, Jackie's got the time. But Jackie Chan perfections the biggest kick.
I know you.
I'm Jackie. I'm not an actor coming to the set. Action. Cut. Go home. Then the movie release. Okay, next movie. No. Every movie is my son. Even in Asia, there's no insurance. If I'm not doing the action, I'm not happy.
Are you okay? No.
I don't know music, but I have to sit down. The music guy beside me. Go. Action. Quick. Come on, no. Up, music, up. I just like to make the audience happy. The audience comes to me, how can you do that? When you say that, it makes me happy. I do the right thing.
Bonafide martial arts. Now the star of Parker Lewis Can't Lose, Drop Zone with Wesley Snipes, and the new futuristic police drama, Blade Squad. Please welcome Corin Nemec.
It is truly an honor for me to be here amongst all of these masters this evening. To me, the martial arts is about fluidity of motion. Whether it's a traditional kata or a highly choreographed movie fight scene, the actions are precise, controlled, and most of all, beautiful to watch. One of the most aesthetic of all martial arts styles is wushu.
Based on traditional Chinese martial arts, the colorful discipline wushu consists of many of the powerful snapping techniques of kung fu. But with its fluid dance-like movements and impressive weapons, wushu tends to be a performance art. But don't underestimate the power of the wushu practitioner.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pillar of the community in Washington, D.C., recognized by the Chinese Embassy as the official consultant of Wushu for the People's Republic of China, he's taught over 20,000 students. Wushu Master Dennis Brown. Don't go away. Sinbad's coming up next when we return on TNT. We now return to Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes on TNT. He may only have one name, but it's one of the biggest in stand-up comedy. Please welcome film and TV star and martial artist, Sinbad.
Throughout the show tonight, you've seen some of the greatest martial arts performances ever filmed or videotaped. And believe me, the staff researcher, they did some hard work. They dug deep. I mean, they went deep into the archives to make sure you didn't miss anything, the best fights. But after all, we're just honoring the best of the best. Pretty tough decisions had to be made. So here's a look at some of the classical moments that just didn't make the cut. That's some of the stuff that you don't want to learn. Tonight I've learned, I think, I'm a neophyte. I'm learning the game now from my master, Billy Blanks. But I think the technique I've learned the most are the sounds. For those who don't know martial arts, if you master the sounds, you can be dangerous in the streets. So those who does not know martial arts here, raise your hand. Don't be ashamed, because it's all right not to know it. You don't know it? Just try this with me. Somebody's walking up on you in Harlem. It's after midnight. We're leaving the show. Your car parked a little too far down the street. Somebody walks up on you. Try that. You're going to get jacked. You must master your chi. That's it. Huh? Now that's psycho. That's a whole different thing. Remember, you're never too old to learn to do martial arts. I'm 41 and I'm out here with Master Blanks because I decided I'm going to get my black belt. I'm saying it tonight. So y'all hear it tonight. I'm going to get my black belt. All right? Y'all hearing it? Now, for some of the women and women in this room, the martial arts are a way of life. You know, I study Taekwondo. I'm trying to learn that now with Billy Blanks. And we're honoring the masters tonight of this art form. And I'm proud to be able to introduce you to the martial arts that have made a big impact on me, Taekwondo.
Created in 1955 from an old Korean training system of martial arts, Taekwondo is known as the art of hand and feet fighting. Characterized by high-flying kicks, Taekwondo is a method of self-defense as well as a way of life, and practitioners strive to cultivate 5 principles: courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of Taekwondo. 7-time world champion, 7th degree black belt, and trainer to dozens of Hollywood and sports superstars, Master Billy Blanks. Recognized by President George Bush as one of the national points of light, instructor to over 100 U.S. congressmen, Muhammad Ali, and tens of thousands more in the United States, Russia, and Japan, a 10th degree black belt, Grand Master Jun Rhee. Black Belt's Man of the Year in 1971, a 9th degree black belt, and the president of the World Council of Martial Arts, fostering cooperation among all the styles, Master Henry Cho. Champion of over 30 national and international competitions, Hall of Fame member, 9th degree black belt, and an instructor for over 40 years, Master Hee Il Cho. A pioneer in creative forms competition, choreographer and consultant to major Hollywood studios, the leader of the next generation demo team, Master Ernie Reyes. Join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts. And now, demonstrating the power and precision of Taekwondo, Master Hee Il Cho. With a demonstration of the longevity of the martial artist, he's 66 years young, Grandmaster Jun Rhee.
Proper training of martial arts will accomplish 3 basic physical qualities at all ages. Number 1, sense of balance. Next, flexibility. Now, muscle tone. I will do 100 push-ups in 60 seconds.
Coming up, Star Jones, Ernie Reyes Jr., supermodel Madison Michelle, and meet the next generation in the martial arts when we return on TNT. Please welcome one of the stars of The View. She's daytime television favorite, Star Jones.
Thank you very much. The martial arts are rich in history, tradition, and pride. But unfortunately, not all martial artists have always been able to openly practice or display their skills. Centuries ago, when Africans in Angola were enslaved and transported to Brazil, they had to devise a method to disguise their fighting skills. Music was played during training sessions, tricking slaveholders into believing that the rhythmic movements of the slaves was simply acrobatic dancing and joking. In this way, generation after generation of slaves passed along the knowledge of their martial art. Today, thank God, there's no reason to hide the distinctive movements and the sound of capoeira.
Originating in South America, Brazil's capoeira is thought to have been derived from the ritual dances of African slaves in the 16th century. This unarmed self-defense is set to music, and practitioners use leg movements and evasion skills with an emphasis on personal expression.
From northern Brazil, the founder and artistic director of the Capoeira Foundation and Dance Brazil, he introduced capoeira to the United States, Master Yelon Vieira. Please welcome the host of VH1's Women's First and the number one's supermodel, Madison Michelle.
Thank you. The art of ninjutsu is the art of invisibility. Developed in Japan from the 13th through the 17th centuries, its secrets were handed down from generation to generation and taught only to members of the family. You were born a ninja and you died a ninja. Wizards with weapons, kings of camouflage and experts of escape, the ninjas are masters of mystery.
Originating many centuries ago in Japan, ninjutsu is the martial arts system of the legendary ninja. This art of espionage uses weapons in bare-handed combat and relies on the stealth of its practitioners. With its method of training intensely guarded, many of the secrets of ninjutsu remain a mystery.
Recognized as the father of American ninjutsu, the establisher of the Way of the Wind system, Master Ronald Duncan. Please join us in honoring this master of the martial arts. Star of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Surf Ninjas, a martial arts champion who made history when he started competing professionally in the adult ranks at the age of 8, Ernie Reyes Jr.
Thank you very much. I just want to start off by saying being here now, present to witness my father being honored on stage is a real moment in my life. My father has been an unshakable source of power that has allowed me to continue on my path towards artistic freedom. So, thank you. My father raised me as a martial artist and has continued to give the gift to other children. So let's take a look at the future. Let's take a look at the next generation.
We now return to Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes on TNT.
I gotta ask one more time for me, y'all. Give it up for the Reyes kids, Ernie Reyes, the kids. I know some of y'all got a habit when your child come home and been beat down a little bit, sending them back out, telling them to go out there and fight. And once you see that, it'll change your mind, won't it? I'm a fan of hip-hop. I'm a fan of rap myself. I hate to see Biggie Smalls go down. I love Biggie. Didn't agree with everything he had to say, but he was one of the best in my mind. I miss Biggie. I miss Tupac. Miss Tupac. Well, I want to miss Tupac, but every time I start missing him, he'll make another movie or a CD. One of the hardest working folks in show business. But I love Dougie Fresh, everybody. It's time to get the party on. One of hip-hop's most enduring legends. Give it up for Dougie Fresh.
How y'all feeling out there tonight? Y'all all right? Well, first of all, I want to dedicate this show to the brothers and sisters that lost their lives here at City College, #1. Number 2, I want to dedicate this show to all of the grandmasters and all of the martial artists throughout the world. This one here is dedicated to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting stage show you've ever seen, appearing live, is done.
All right, y'all, let's go.
And the whole Get Fresh crew. Excuse me, audience.
Yo, have you ever seen a show with fellas over mic with 1 minute rhymes that don't come out right?
Because they bite.
They never right. That's not polite. Yo, am I lying?
No, you're quite right.
Well, tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear we swear the best star droppers of the year. So, cheerio, Green Bravo, everybody in the house say ho! Everybody that feel this hip hop, get on up and let's have a good time. Come on, y'all. All the hip hoppers make some noise. Come on. Throw one hand in the air and go like this. Go like this to say ho! Say ho! Check it out. Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on.
Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on.
Come on. Excuse me, Dougie. Excuse me, Dougie. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh, you're on.
Now this is what I want to tell y'all, son. All the hip hoppers in here make some noise. Now I gotta tell y'all how it started. Check this out. You know what? Well, it started off on 8th Avenue when I made up the name for the
Get Fresh crew.
It was me, my two DJs, Shamilla Barra B, my right hand man, Ricky D. Rap and sing, make sounds and think. For example, here's a telephone ring. Hello. Can we give it up for the martial artist experts in here? But anyway, ain't no more delay. Check out the new style I display. Now you gotta be Ciroc Wentz, and I'm D-O-U-G-I-E, and I'm known for the not for the cash and check, sound effect. I'm finished rockin' beat by come next. So
Bust the move, we show and prove, and yo, Doug.
What?
Do that record jam on the groove.
the entertainer, Young E. Much love to all the martial arts experts. Much love. Take care, y'all. And happy birthday to my man Wesley Snipes, all right?
Got one more time for Dougie Fresh. Now, she was honored once tonight as a master of Kung Fu. And before she comes on out, we thought we'd give you a quick look at why.
Haven't had enough yet? Not yet.
Now you see what we mean. Y'all please welcome Cynthia Rock.
Thank you. This is such a great experience. I just want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude at being asked to participate in this event. The biggest honor of all was just being included alongside the great masters with whom I shared the stage earlier. I'm very proud of the strides that women have made in martial arts. I'm not just talking about action stars in films, although of course I feel pretty good about that. Young girls and women of all ages have embraced the martial arts as part of their life, seeing it as a means of self-protection, self-expression, and self-respect. It's a situation that's evolved over the past couple of decades to the point where some accounts women make up half the new enrollment in martial arts schools. All I can say is, we've come a long way, baby!
Women are no strangers to martial arts history. Chinese folklore dating back to 200 BC includes legends of female knights battling for justice and honor against enormous odds. Western culture's first exposure to women in the martial arts came 25 years ago when female film stars hit the silver screen. Angela Mao played Bruce Lee's sister in the 1973 classic, Enter the Dragon, earning her the title the Queen of Kung Fu. Pam Grier's foxy fighting flicks made her a cult film favorite for fans spanning 2 decades.
And I got my black belt in bar stool.
Tamara Dobson, 6 foot 2 inches of pure power. And Cynthia Rothrock, the first woman in history to win the Weapons Kata Championship in mainland China. Today's newest martial arts star is Michelle Yeoh. This former Miss Malaysia and trained ballerina has starred in over 15 movies, including Wing Chun and the worldwide hit Super Cop with Jackie Chan. Thanks in part to these role models, women now make up 1/2 of all new martial arts students. From film femme fatales to young girls in gis to the women of wushu, the ladies of the martial arts are here to stay.
Women in martial arts is the best deterrent to domestic violence that I can think of. Now let's continue on with our tribute to the masters of martial arts, specifically the discipline of jiu-jitsu.
Developed in Japan between the 12th and 14th centuries, jiu-jitsu, known as the science of softness, was created to help the unarmed fight against armed soldiers. With a soft, grappling style, jiu-jitsu masters turned an attacker's own force against him, throwing him off balance and immobilizing him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of jiu-jitsu. World Martial Arts Hall of Fame member and 5th degree black belt, specializing in teaching women self-defense, Master Linda Ramsey Ransom. A member of multiple Halls of Fame and a world champion in fighting and forms, Master Lil John Davis. He was the first black man to teach martial arts techniques to the Secret Service and FBI. A 10th degree black belt, Dr. Moses Powell. A 10th degree black belt, practicing jiu-jitsu for 52 years, Master Billy Davis. Also a 10th degree black belt and the founder of the Small Circle Jiu-Jitsu style, Master Wally J, accepted by his son Leon. A 10th degree black belt who also holds black belts in 3 other styles. He's trained the U.S. Marines in hand-to-hand combat, Master Shaka Zulu. He's trained the New York City Police Department and has had his school in the South Bronx for 38 years. Master Antonio Pereira. Considered the father of American Jiu-Jitsu, a 10th degree black belt and martial artist for 58 years, represented tonight by his son Michael Jr., Master Michael De Pasquale Sr. Holding black belts in multiple disciplines, an instructor right here in Harlem, Master Otis Harris. Please join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts.
Still to come, The Last Dragon's Lost Interview, a special tribute to Bruce Lee when we return on TNT.
Please welcome music sensations Foxy Brown and from Salt and Pepper, Spinderella.
We are here tonight to honor these esteemed masters of the martial arts. But now, let's take a moment to pay our respects to all those teachers who are truly local heroes every day. One such teacher has made a big difference right in this Harlem neighborhood.
Let's go. Let's go. You line up in rank. Senior belt to the front, underbelt to the back.
We are Karateka! We are Karateka! Do our
Look, bring that thumper out here, up here, anywhere but not here.
Lamar has some other dimensions to him, rather than just being a sensei who teaches the martial arts in terms of defense.
He's everything. He's such a role model for us. He's helped us through so many things. He's in our personal life and everything.
Lamar has taught our children and our grandchildren, as well as many of us, but he has contributed by always being involved in having civic and educational programs.
Education through martial arts, we decided to take the martial arts and use it as another form of education besides what the children do in school. The most satisfaction that I've gotten out of teaching the art is watching a lot of our children that come through the dojo or the karate school, that stay in the school until they become young adults, become successful, and become productive citizens. That's the greatest thing for me.
Bow to the audience, huh?
Lamar Thornton may not be a grandmaster yet, but he's a true hero to a bunch of kids right here in Harlem. Lamar, get your butt out here.
Thank you very much.
martial art of Korean nobility, Hapkido is known as the way of coordinated power. Today's students of all backgrounds practice this art, which incorporates fluid kicks, highly effective throws, and sharp hand movements. The popularity of Hapkido has also spread throughout the world with the help of pioneers like Grandmaster Bong Soo-han, who is considered the father of Hapkido in the Western world. One of the world's foremost practitioners who holds the rank of 9th Dan Black Belt. Grandmaster Han has studied Hapkido for over 50 years and is founder and president of the International Hapkido Federation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hapkido Master Bong Soo-han. Please join us in honoring this master of the martial arts.
This tribute to the masters couldn't possibly be complete without paying our respects to those who are no longer with us. And while we remember those great martial artists, brothers James and Simon Kim join us with a special performance dedicated to the memory of their father, Master Tiger Kim.
Ed Parker, Ron Austin, Malachi Lee, Frank Ruiz, Ron Taganashi, Luis Delgado, Fred Hamilton, Charles Elmore, Charles Sparrow, Robert Trias, Ark Y. Wong, Leon Wallace,
Master Sang-Soo Tiger Kim,
Ron McNair, Edgar Sulit, Edgar Luke, Sensei Pang King, Mas Oyama, Gogen Yamaguchi, N. Nakayama, Preston Carter, Laura Mil Mikado.
We now return to Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes on TNT.
Masters, ladies and gentlemen, at center stage, witness now a demonstration of amazing feats of strength. The breaking techniques of Nicholas and John Drains. The breaking techniques of Nicholas and John Drains. We are honored to have two Tai Chi demonstrations this evening. First, Master Wen Mei Yu. Also demonstrating Tai Chi, Master Abdul Musawer.
China comes one of the oldest martial arts, the philosophical discipline Tai Chi. Consisting of slow, graceful movements, Tai Chi is practiced to clear the mind, reduce tension, and promote good health. The soft moves of Tai Chi do not appear forceful, but skilled practitioners can achieve power in their technique.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of Tai Chi. '97's Woman of the Year began her training in 1953 in Shanghai. Master Wen Mei Yu. This Hall of Fame member is a martial arts veteran for over 30 years. Master Abdul Musawer. Please join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts.
Next master you're about to meet is a true inspiration. His story is one of triumph and perseverance. In New York, in the 50s, he learned jiu-jitsu and ninjutsu from Grand Masters Moses Powell and Ronald Duncan. While a Marine in the 60s, he was hung by the neck in a racist attack and hospitalized for 4 months. Good to be in the hospital if you've been hung by the neck. Good to be alive, period. He survived it. After losing his brother in Vietnam, he dedicated his life to the martial arts. He's a multiple world and U.S. champion, choreographer, and film star, the Black Dragon himself, Master Ron Van Cleef.
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of Chinese Goju, 5-time world champion, 9-time U.S. champion, Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and international film star, Master Ron Van Cleef. And representing American Goju, 8th degree black belt, Hall of Fame member, and the founder and director of the Temple for Natural Healing, Grand Master Kemfoya T. Padu. And accepting for the late Goju pioneer and Hall of Fame member, Master Leon Major Wallace, his longtime student, Sam McGee. Join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts.
The Last Dragon's Lost Interview, a special tribute to Bruce Lee when we return on TNT.
I think it's safe to say that we probably all wouldn't be here tonight were it not for one man. No, he's not our father. It's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee did more to bring attention to the martial arts than anyone else in the history of the arts. There was never anybody like him before, and there will never be again. He was born Lee Jun Fun in San Francisco on November the 27th, 1940. His family was visiting from Hong Kong, and that's where they returned soon after his birth. But not before a nurse at the hospital gave the little baby its American name, Bruce. A lot's been written and said about the next 33 years as Bruce went on to become the greatest martial arts hero ever until his untimely death from a brain aneurysm in 1973. So much has been written and said, in fact, that we decided to let you hear about the man from the man himself. Here's the lost interview of Bruce Lee, the martial arts legend, in his own words.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Gentlemen, welcome. I look forward to a tournament of truly epic proportion.
I mean, here it is the natural instinct, and here is control. you are to combine the two in harmony. If you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man. You see, actually, I do not teach, karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting. Because if you do not have style, if you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? I mean, that is the expression of the human body. I mean, everything. I mean, not just the hand. And when you're talking about fighting as it is,
no rules.
With no rules.
Not real fighting.
Well, then, baby, you better train every part of your body. And when you do the punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any camera angle. I mean, you got to put the whole hip into it and snap it. Martial art has a very, very deep meaning as far as my life is concerned because as an actor, as a martial artist, as a human being, all these I have learned from martial art. To me, to me, ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky, but to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, that, my friend, is very hard to do.
That was the one and only Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was certainly unique. His impact will continue to be felt for years to come. We honor him tonight as a master of the martial arts. His wife, Linda, and daughter, Shannon, couldn't be here this evening, but Shannon has this special message that she asked us to share.
Hi, everyone. My mom, Linda, and myself would like to thank Wesley and everyone for bestowing this honor on my father, Bruce Lee. We're both very sorry that we can't be there with you tonight. It is appropriate that this honor come now because this year's the 25th anniversary of his passing. Martial arts was my father's life. He never intended to be an actor or an entertainer. He just wanted to be a practitioner and teacher of the martial arts. And he did that for all of us through his films and also through the example of his life. And I want to thank you for recognizing his passion for the martial arts and for his contribution to the martial arts. Thank you.
Coming up, a sneak peek at Wesley Snipes as Blade when we return to Masters of the Martial Arts on TNT. Currently starring opposite Wesley Snipes in the new hit film Blade, actress Boucher Wright.
More and more people are taking up the martial arts as a way to get in shape. In Los Angeles and all over the United States, our next martial arts discipline is all the rage, with celebrities, the average citizen alike. The Van Halen hit Jump was dedicated by David Lee Roth to one of our honorees this evening for his relentless training style. As a workout, this fast-paced discipline is a knockout.
In the 1970s, a revolutionary style of martial arts evolved in the United States. A new generation of fighters was looking for a different competitive outlet for their skills. A full-contact sport combining moves from karate and Thai boxing came to be known as kickboxing. The sport's popularity quickly spread and produced some impressive champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the masters of kickboxing. His undefeated record stands at 58 wins, no losses, 49 knockouts, a 6-time world champion, favorite with Hollywood celebrities and a movie star himself. His nickname derives from his flying, spinning back kick. Master Benny the Jet Urquidez. He's a 10-time world champion in 3 different weight classes, with a record of 69 wins, 46 by knockout. One of the film world's top action stars. His face was once insured by director Roger Corman for $10 million. Master Don the Dragon Wilson. Please join us in honoring these masters of the martial arts.
So I see you took my advice. Some pretty bad dudes down there. Intelligence, stamina, speed, strength. I can't wait to see them start kicking some ass. Well, you know what I mean.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, come on, brace your seats. Here we go.
It's not martial arts without a competition. Here's some of the non-stop action that took place during this once-in-a-lifetime event.
It has begun. Wonderful, wonderful. That's right, they deserve it, ladies and gentlemen. They certainly deserve it. Give it to them. Give it to them, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Sudden death. And spirit of things. Let's give them that energy. Let's give them that energy. Yeah. Ready? Win. The area of the air. It has begun.
Pretty impressive. Very impressive. But see, they do it for the art. I do it for a living. Oh, by the way, my name is Blade. That must have hurt.
go away. Blade star Wesley Snipes in person when the Masters of the Martial Arts continues on TNT. We now return with the conclusion of Masters of the Martial Arts presented by Wesley Snipes on TNT.
A while ago, I credited Bruce Lee as being the reason why we're all gathered here tonight. But actually, the responsibility for this little shindig, as Blade called it earlier, goes to the man coming out next. He's the producer and star of Blade and a major Hollywood superstar. But he asked to be introduced tonight simply as a martial artist himself. Please welcome Mr. Wesley Snipes.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to see what for me has become an absolute dream come true. When I look out into the audience tonight, I'm absolutely blown away by actually seeing so many of my heroes and so many of these great men and women and masters that represent the four corners of the earth. Now, they may speak different languages and practice different disciplines, but all these remarkable men and women share the unending thirst for knowledge and the dedication to the mastery of themselves. The only thing they accept is being the best at what they do. I salute you. Whoops. The fact that so many people from diverse backgrounds all share common ideals of the martial arts: respect, dedication, inner peace, confidence, discipline, and hard work. To me, that sets a shining example for the whole world to see. In an age of so much polarization, this is a testament to world unity and humanity. To all my martial arts brothers and sisters that are here tonight, I am absolutely honored to have been able to let the world know in my small little way that you have changed lives, you have changed souls, and you have touched so many people. You are our best example of not only what we should become, but what we should be. Thank you very much. I just got to say this. I don't think you guys really know how difficult it was and what a task it was to get all of these great grandmasters in one place at one time. This has never, ever been done before. On no planet, no continent, nowhere. and it wasn't a fight. That's great. And on top of that, most of the grandmasters that you saw up here are above the age of 48, if I'm not correct, minus about 1 or 2. So, you know, none of that life ends when you're 30 or life ends when you're 40, you know. You understand what I mean. Now, let's close the show. Bring out KR. Oh, my man, you scared me.
Maintain, many blessings.
This is my man, Bokeem Woodbine.
Yo, your man Lamar wants to give you something, man.
Give me something.
I would like to award Wesley with his 5th degree black belt from all of the masters of the martial arts. Can I pass this on to Wesley, masters?
Let's close the show. My man KRS-One. Bring it to him, y'all.
We're going to show you. We're going to show you another martial art, which is called hip-hop. And we like to give it to
lyrical flow. It's a must. You gotta go to the name. You can quickly trust. Not saying I'm number one, but sorry I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stop wasting money on marketing schemes and pretty packages push dreams to the fiend. A dope MC is a dope MC, but without a record deal, all can see. And that's who KRSB son. Not the money to milk for the million. Here we go. Yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS what? Rock on. Peace. Good looking out, y'all. Word up. New York City, Bronx, y'all. Big up to the Breeze team in the house, y'all. Peace.
One more time to KRS-One. Appreciate everybody who helped make this possible. I'd like to thank you all for the first ever tribute to the masters of the martial arts. We'll see you all next time. God bless. Take care. Good night.
Lyrical flow, it's a must. You gotta go to the name. You can quickly trust. Not saying I'm number 1, but sorry I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stop wasting money on marketing schemes and pretty packages push dreams to the fiend. A dope MC is a dope MC, but without a record deal, all can see. And that's who KRSB son. Not the money to milk for the million. Here we go. Yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS what? Rock on. Yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS what? Rock on. Boogie down production. Yeah. We'll always be a pain.
Being included in this means more, I think, than 600 trophies or how many national tournaments did you win, because this kind of says to me, we recognize your contribution and your dedication to the art.
What to the master?
Bringing all of this talent and this knowledge together in one place at one time is just historical. It's a beautiful event, and I'm very glad to be a part of it.
I'd like to thank Wesley for bringing us all together. It's a wonderful, wonderful gesture, and it's something that's long overdue, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
I want to thank you, Wesley, for organizing this, and we'll remember it forever, and we'll try to keep things going, keep the spirit of martial arts alive.
Because mine is so steady. So here we go. Peace. Good looking out, y'all. Word up. New York City, Bronx, y'all. Big up.